Welcome back to the Brew Crew Podcast, everyone. This is episode 141, or as we like to call it, the decennial palindrome episode.
That's okay. Exactly. It just rolls off the tongue.
Every 10, you get a palindrome.
Can you spell
palindrome? N-E?
Drome.
Drome.
D-R-O-M.
Okay, palindrome. I gotta get it right, because the listeners out there are smart and savvy, and they'll call me out.
For sure. Chuggalo Stevers, for sure. We'll call you out if you spell it wrong.
Good. As you should.
That's the first correction I wanted to make. From a couple of weeks ago, we said that Chuggalo Stevers was the one that craved Killian's. I got an angry message about that now. Okay, it wasn't angry because I'd have to correct that too. So Chuggalo Stevers does not care for Killian's.
Fair enough. To each his own. That's what this podcast is all about.
Just correcting our previous mistakes.
Well, yeah, it's about correcting previous mistakes in generally in life.
Yeah.
Correct your previous mistake. If you need to correct a previous mistake in life, come on the podcast.
Just do it. Speaking about coming on the podcast,
yeah,
let's talk about the elephant in the room. JT, when is the beard coming back?
Oh, yeah, I don't think I'm bringing it back at least until winter. Maybe longer. Maybe I won't.
Just joking. Chuggalo Stev is here.
Hey, everybody. I'm back.
Thanks for giving me time to answer that joke of a question. I did want to get that out there. Welcome.
Yeah.
So, for the uninitiated, Chuggalo Stev, probably the biggest fan of the show.
Probably. I think it's confirmed.
So now we're doing annual episodes with him, apparently, because we just checked right before we went live. Chuggalo Stev's last episode was episode 89, which was 2 June of last year. And now we record this on the 25th. So almost a year to the day.
Yeah. 51 weeks.
51 weeks.
Yeah, 51 weeks. Well,
that's the gestation period of Stev before we can birth him again.
Yes, got some meditate.
The rebirth.
The rebirth of Stev.
That's a good episode name, by the way.
So, Stev, catch us up. What have you been up to in the last 51 weeks?
Reintroduce yourself.
Take the next 40 seconds.
The Jeopardy theme song.
And go.
So, I've been working at Crooked Handle.
Crooked Handle, never heard of it. What do they do there?
They bend sticks.
They make fucked up whores.
They make bad beer.
Whoa, yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
I don't say that. No.
It's very truthful.
No, they did an episode with Jason, whatever number that one was.
I should have looked that one up too.
I'll look it up.
He's my boss.
You would know him because he's 7'2" and he's got the deepest voice ever. Correct.
He's just a beast of a man.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a beast.
Been working in the kitchen there for quickly approaching a year. Drinking beer.
Stev just got married. He's being modest.
He just got married.
Yeah.
So
I bought a house like a month after I had that episode with you guys.
That's what this success. Come on the podcast, buy a house the next month.
Yeah. Just all that revenue coming in.
Yeah, just all of that, all those residuals. I'm glad you're getting them.
So Crooked Handle was episode 76.
Okay. So it was
August 14th.
Pre-Stev.
It was pandemic, full throttle pandemic time.
70.
Wait,
then it can't be because he was 89 in 2 June.
It says 76. I didn't mislabel him. Episode 076, Crooked Handle Brewing Company.
Did an episode.
Oh, that's
pre-video.
The second one.
That's the 10.
God.
Of course, JT wouldn't remember that one. That was 10 beers.
10 beers.
One of everything.
That's what we did. It was really awesome. The second one doesn't come up here, but I'm gonna. Here we go. 108.
108. Yeah.
October 6th. So,
was it fall?
What? How could one be October 4th? Oh, because we uploaded them all in August. That's right.
Yeah.
So it's October and August. But we actually did that first Crooked Handle one pre-pandemic.
That's when I was gone.
You were gone, and the air was thick with worry because I believe that was the last one we did before we went into Skype. Chris and I had a long conversation in the parking lot prior to going in about our thoughts on the pandemic, which you don't need to hear because pandemic has played out.
It's not real.
And then it happened. It's real.
Because I was on my cruise.
You were on your cruise, which I often think about. You on a cruise. Also, you being on a cruise during that specific time.
Yeah.
It comes up every once in a while in my head.
and
I think about
me
taking
on
a
the
vacation.
cruise with no clothes.
I'm
Those
like,
are the three
should I
cruise
take a
related.
vacation, or should I just never again? Because I might end up like Matt.
Yeah.
You caused COVID.
Yeah, they were definitely worried about it, sort of, when we got on the boat.
Mm-hmm. But
And then
once
I
you're on the
concocted
boat,
COVID when I was on the boat for
you did
everyone.
concoct it.
I took everyone I knew that had it, because there was thousands of people, and then I made it into millions.
Mm-hmm. That's how you do it. That's how pandemics start.
And some science.
A little bit of science. So you're married. You got a house.
Wow.
Married life. I know this is two things everyone loves: parenting advice and marriage advice. So Matt, what is the best marriage tip you could give Steve right now?
You know, there's two paths for this as I talk through it and try to dance a little bit. Never go to bed angry.
Oh, that's such a good one.
So I went with the not funny one.
That's
I went
fine.
with the best one I received.
No, that's a good one, and I like it because if you ever leave the house angry, you know that coming home the attitude doesn't change. The same with waking up. You want to wake up. The start of your day is the most important part of your day. You want it to be good.
Morning wood. What?
Very good. You gotta have morning wood, and no one's angry, except your morning wood.
Yep. Peeing in random directions.
That's a really good one. I think that's probably better than anything I was gonna say.
Bend it down.
Bend it down. That's good advice too. Bend it down.
That's where like you're standing 5 feet away and like doing the trig in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Like a trebuchet.
All the geometry we do as men is crazy, and we don't even know it.
No. GT, what's your piece of advice?
My piece of advice, it's not funny either, but I didn't intend for it to be a joke, except for the part where we're giving you marriage advice, because you know everyone has to do their own thing. I'd say you gotta rejuvenate the honeymoon phase every once in a while. Take a trip.
You gotta go on honeymoon first.
Well, yeah. Well, we're talking more about the phase itself.
3 minutes ago you said don't go on a vacation. Now you're saying go on a vacation.
Personally, I'm not going to go on any more vacations for the rest of my life, just so I don't wind up stranded on a ship with bad internet. Well, you could take one if you enjoy bad internet.
It's terrible internet.
God, terrible internet.
I need good internet.
Yeah, you got to have good internet. But yeah, you gotta spark that honeymoon phase every once in a while. And it, you know, once you're 10 years in or whatever, it doesn't. The honeymoon phase only lasts as long as you re-spark it. So if you go on vacation, it's done after that. You're back into the real world where stress just ruins everything. It wasn't meant to be a serious segment. I just wanted to say it. Let's give him advice.
I appreciate it.
Drink beer. Continue to drink beer. Don't ever stop. And when she says it's too much, like, you know, in the fridge, obviously, if your drinking becomes too much, listen, which it won't, because you're responsible. But when there's too much in the fridge, don't listen to that.
See, the reason you got the beers that you got was there's too much in there.
We're purging. Okay, good.
But that's not it.
There's always too much.
We got the shelf turds. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
No, well,
excellent.
3.9%.
Speaking of, I'm looking forward to the mystery cooler of death. Speaking of shelf turds. And I was thinking maybe we could can up some of that pool water out there.
It's draining right now.
Oh, it's draining?
Yeah, so
into a can.
It's not going to be there.
It looks good. It looks very beer colored.
I was gone this last weekend, and I go fill the pool, and so our well is always good for like the first 350 gallons of being clear. So that's being drained, and I bought a new pool, and we're gonna fill it with house water. I'm done.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm done because the cost of filters right now is exorbitant.
Too much.
And I have extra filters. It costs to use house water to fill all that is going to cost $6. So I'd rather do that.
Pay the $6.
When one filter costs $11. So I'm done.
Yeah, good. That's really good homeowner logic. What you did there.
I don't have a lot of logic when it comes to money. I just throw money at problems, but this one I'm like, I'm not going to run that filter 24/7.
Nice.
It was crystal.
It was crystal
problem
for you. I'll be your problem.
It was a crystal clear. It was a crystal clear. Halfway through, then she went and did something with the kids, and she came back, and it was like the well just sucked up all the mud. So we're going to use
cicadas, man.
There might be,
Brew
yeah.
X.
So
that's a cool name.
Those are space aliens. It's not bugs.
I haven't. Are we gonna have them here? I don't know.
Oh yeah, they're all over my trees. You don't have them here?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't really have a lot of trees.
They're all over my in-laws' house.
Do they do pine trees or do they only?
So I don't know what the science is behind these things, but we have 4 trees maybe in our front yard.
Yeah.
And they chose one. Every tree, all 3 other trees, completely bare. There's one tree that's just filled with cicadas.
There's a bear tree.
Just kicking it.
Like grizzly bears.
Yeah, the cicadas are rubbing their backs against it, trying to
It's incredible.
scratch it.
Science.
It's crazy. I don't get it why they did that or whatever. And then we've been there's a, not to go into too much detail, there's a brick path in my backyard that was sodded over by the previous owners, which I can't fathom why they do that shit.
You always want to cover things like that.
So we've been ripping up the sod slowly but surely. Super old bricks, like 100 years old. So we have to be careful not to break them because they'll break. If you power wash them, they're broken. So as we lift up the sod, all the cicada holes are just everywhere. Our whole backyard looks like Swiss cheese. It's crazy.
Is it delicious?
It just doesn't taste.
I did eat it. It is very not good.
Yeah. Swiss cheese is a terrible cheese.
Oh, I like Swiss
That's
cheese. Swiss cheese is better hot.
ridiculous.
If you want to try it hot, it's way better than it is cold.
It's better though than blue cheese.
You don't like blue cheese either.
That's gross.
Disrespectfully
I feel like
disagree.
you would have been like
Gross.
the cheese man.
I love
Blue-
brick.
don't
I
really
love
talk about
brick,
it.
and I like Limburger, so I love very voluminous
Mhm.
cheeses
Like
when it comes to
dense
flavor.
cheese,
Yeah.
dense cheese.
But
Right.
blue cheese is abhorrent, and Swiss cheese is
Oh,
just
I
less than
felt
it.
Do you
like
do blue
you would have
cheese
been the
dressing?
cheese guy.
No,
No?
gross. I'm from the Midwest, so I just use ranch. That's
Midwest sauce, yeah.
Yeah, Midwest sauce.
Sauce.
How do you get a girl from the Midwest to suck your dick? Put ranch on it.
I knew where that was going.
Yeah. Well, you told me that joke.
Oh, did I?
Oh shit!
I don't.
Your mom listens
There's
to it.
no doubt about it that I didn't, because I'm the worst person to tell jokes with a punchline. Like, I could tell a long story that might be funny, but if it's a short joke with a punchline, I'll never remember, and if I do, I'll fuck it up.
I think when you told the joke, I think we improved it. Was how do you get ranch on your dick? I think, but we figured it out.
We did. We got it. We fixed the joke.
Do you have some beer news? I see.
Did you have beer news? Did you?
No, zero news. Just local shit.
You got anything? I got three stories. So
Hard hitters.
I want to go first. All right. I wasn't aware that Budweiser was looking for a taste tester, chief tasting officer. They found one. It's a beloved dog named Ethan.
You know why they were looking for one? The previous one was like, it's Budweiser.
Ethan his dog.
So you know that Busch has released the dog beer.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they have. I don't know how this works, if it was adopted by an employee or if it's like a brewery, because it's probably a 24-hour facility, like a brewery dog that kind of just hangs out there or whatever. But they adopted this dog from the Kentucky Humane Society who was abandoned at their facility, and then
So somebody brought
So
this
they
dog
made
as like
the
an
dog.
emotional support dog, and they just left it there.
I don't know who left it there, obviously, but it was like on its deathbed basically, and it made a full recovery.
Oh, buddy.
And then Anheuser-Busch decided this would be their dog beer taste test. So that dog beer must be coming out again. So I think they're all dried up. But that's a cool story, I thought.
I'm waiting with bated breath.
Yeah, baited. My dog, Bella, she's not a beer. I don't think she's a beer drinker. What kind of alcohol do you think your dog drinks? I think Raja would have been a good dog beer taste tester.
It's something we could try out.
Stoic.
Yeah, it's just chicken broth, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
Bone broth, something like that.
Bone broth.
Bella, I think Bella's a beta because of Dexter, so she probably drinks like Smirnoff Ice or something stupid.
She likes getting iced.
Yeah, she's getting nice. Dexter would have been the beer drinker,
Okay.
but he's not. This dog is. What about Raja? What kind of alcohol does Raja drink?
Cosmos.
Cosmos? Yeah, she just
I
definitely
got a
is
prissy
Cosmos.
dog, so.
Yeah. Similar? Appletinis? Yeah. Oh yeah, nice.
Choco teenies now. That's a thing.
Espresso teenies.
Espresso teenies.
So I think all of these will come with a question at the end.
Yeah.
Maybe not this one. Budweiser, another Budweiser story.
Yeah.
So, you know what you're getting your fathers for Father's Day, if you are getting them anything? Do you do that?
My father passed away 11 years ago.
All right.
I have my
Or father
dad
figure.
something.
You know, you got your deployment dad.
My now father-in-law haven't the fucking foggiest clue.
Or father-in-law, yeah. You can include him.
When is Father's Day? Is it June?
June.
or July?
4 days before
June.
my dad's birthday.
It's in June. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Sealed that
Budweiser
deal.
thinks that it's hard to get dad a gift. It's just typically a dad's get ties or whatever, right?
Now with my dad, I just hang out with him.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Just
They're releasing the dad card. It's a prepaid card that will have a year's worth of beer money. How much beer do you think they think you drink in a year?
My dad is an 18 or 18 a night type guy.
Oh
so,
wow,
yeah,
well that's not gonna.
He's
This isn't
professional.
gonna cover that.
Now my father-in-law is a bourbon guy and
Okay.
likes expensive bourbon, so I can't keep it
Well,
in the house.
this won't cover bourbon either. It will cover 2 cases of bud per month for
No,
a year.
That's
$430.
yeah.
$430. Yeah, rookie numbers.
$430
But it only costs $5
to join.
for the card.
To get it, okay.
There's a limited amount. They go on sale, and I shouldn't even say this because I want to get one. Just not that I want a bunch of Budweiser in my house, but man, $5 for $430, that's a killer deal. It goes on sale June 18th at noon. And you can look up the website. But it's the dad card. For $5, you get $430 worth of Budweiser.
It can't be.
Not sure how you redeem it. Like, does the
Yeah.
stores know to take the
Just
dad card
swipe it
just for
on.
beer, or can you pay for your groceries with it too?
It leaves a lot of questions
It does. It's probably just a prepaid Visa card or something.
for $5,
Yeah, for $5.
and it's only good for bud.
That sounds like.
Well, that's what they
sounds
say,
like a
but I'm
phishing
gonna
email.
guess that it's like it
Yeah.
does, doesn't it? Yeah, like the prince in Nigeria is gonna, he's got a deal for you. Well, so there's that story. Thought you guys would like it. Then
Did you just say no?
Yeah, it's okay.
Keep
Yeah.
going up here.
I thought you guys would like it. No.
All right, I was gonna do these in reverse order, but this one I'll come first. Can't have the good without the bad, right? So that's
Sweet
about
without the
two
sour.
people.
Okay.
You know, each state kind of has their like this state interstate name loves beer kind of campaigns going on.
Okay.
The Philly loves beer, so city. They have a board of directors, and 2 of them have quit. One for sexual harassment, or not quit, but stepped down. And the other one, because of the sexual harassment that the other one, so one was a female director and the other one was a male. The male stepped down because he was harassing people, and then the female. So all I wanted to say with this story is, beer is inclusive. You got to,
Oh, certainly.
like totally, don't do that. Women in the brewing industry.
Oh,
apparently have
okay.
been-
You got
They've
okay.
been-
There,
yeah,
now
so
I
he was
follow.
harassing his employees, and it's in the story, so I don't feel bad like doxing or whatever they call it. But I believe this was Evil Genius
No,
Brewing.
yeah, women have been getting the short end of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We've had some evil genius.
I believe we have, yeah. So he stepped down. He's the founder of this brewery, and he was harassing his employees with female employees. So then another female on the board stepped down, and I was just that was all I was gonna say is you got to get more people into beer. So don't be a dick. And then the last one is, and this is more for the question at the end. The Metal and Beer Festival is coming up.
All right.
Okay.
September 25th to 26th. It is not local for us. It is in, gosh, where is it? I looked at everything but where it is. It's
Oregon.
hosted by Decibel Magazine. I'm guessing, well, I'll find it. In
Alexa, where is Decibel Magazine?
Here's something I found on the web. According to Wikipedia.org, Decibel is a monthly heavy metal magazine published by the Philadelphia-based Red Flag Media since
Alexa.
October 2000.
Off. I'm gonna guess Philadelphia.
Yeah, probably Philadelphia, somewhere in Pennsylvania, I'm sure. So here's some of the, you want to know any of the bands? Or?
Yeah, sure.
All right, here's some of them. Pig Destroyer, Relapse.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's the record company. Converge. And they did a community. I like this.
Okay, so black metal.
This
so
Decibel
far.
Magazine's website, they highlight all the band names in black, like bold
rad.
text. So it's easy to see. Teeth, Crypt Sermon, Die Choking,
Pig Destroyer and Converge.
Napalm Death,
Yeah,
which I
oh.
like. That's a good
Pig
one.
Destroyer is good.
Yeah.
Eternal Champion, Warhorse, Blood Incantation, Imperial Triumphant, Midnight, Immolation, Municipal Waste. That's a cool
Okay,
name.
so I've heard it. Yep.
Cool.
They're
The
on.
Dead Guy. Those are the ones that they highlight there. And now some of the brewers that are going to be there: Broken Goblet Brewing, Wake Brewing, Lion's Head, Brimming Horn Meadery. Here's no surprise: Three Floyds, Hammerheart, Adroit Theory, Blake's Hard Cider. No one will drink that. Burial Beer, Oliver Brewing, Hoof Hearted,
Yeah.
and then any more recognizable ones. So the reason why I read this story was I wanted to say, what do you guys think what's your metal name? Or do you have a metal beer?
Personally?
If you were a band, if your essence was a band, what would the band's name be? Yeah. It's a tough one.
Oh.
Or if you want to just do metal beer names, that could
Yeah,
work too.
so my metal beer name would be Never Go to Bed Angry.
I like that. That's not really. That's
Wait.
more of like a dashboard
Wait, it's
professional
what?
type name. That's more of like an
Wait a
acoustic-
second.
It's like an acoustic band name.
Like, ask me another random question.
I think your metal name is military grade, and
Military
Stev.
government cheese.
Government cheese. That's a cool name, actually.
That's hard.
And if you put death in it, it'll like military grade death. That's
Well,
a cool
just
band
you
name.
can Google. It's like
Death to
metal band name generator. or
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
they're definitely out there. You got any?
No.
As he's wearing a burial t-shirt,
I'm not-
which is awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
not clever.
My
enough.
favorite aspect of metal music is when the bands get the metal font and you can't read it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it. It's hilarious to me.
Or corpse paint. Corpse paint's cool. You know, like
Okay.
black metal.
Oh,
bands
yeah,
where you get
yeah.
to, like
Like Cannibal Corpse has got some of the best names too, like Hammer Smashed Face. It's so
Ooh, I
like
like that.
visceral
That's
for
really
like
good.
that's their best selling album of all time.
That is a cool
I'll
album.
look at some angry metal band songs.
So that's all I got.
Well, while
Water
we're,
news.
while we're talking about that, Dr. swung by his. So I was helping him design his bar. I gave him I just gave him an
This
idea.
bar's looking good.
I said he needs to make it because it's such a small space. He had a to catch Stev and the Chuggalos up. He had a trailer or a shed built by the Amish, and it's 10 by 12.
Okay.
So he's building a bar in his backyard, and so space is limited. So I go, put your recycling outside, but put a PVC pipe so you can
Inside. Oh,
inside and drop it
very
outside.
good
And
idea.
he loved that. And then he also said, so this is a JT, this is a collaborative one. He sent you a picture this weekend. What did you think of that picture they sent you?
Was it of the insides of the bar?
It was of the Peach Tea Berliner Weiss.
Oh yes,
Which is JT's.
I sent him a GIF in response to that. That I was
as in Branch and Bone.
so happy that he,
Yes.
yeah, Branch and Bone has re-released their peach tea, and my response was, "What? Question mark? It's back." And then I put a GIF of Key from Key and Peele taking off his sunglasses, saying, "Holy shit!"
Holy shit.
So I said that I was going to put that on the pod today.
Very good. Well, the
Killed it.
bar looks great. To add to that PVC pipe thing, I've seen in the past the beer can crusher
I had one of those.
that drops into the recycle bin. Well, in his case, maybe he could cut like a little hole in the top of the PVC and let it drop right in there and then slide out.
Well, like, so for that, less space on the floor because floor
Yeah.
space is going to be, but that, like I told him, when you go to bed hammered, you're not going to have any smell because everything
It's all
goes
there.
outside.
Yeah.
It's reinforcing because who doesn't want to put who doesn't want to put shit in a tube? And you can make it like if the women drink wine or whatever, you can go a
fill the bottle out there.
little more girthy or whatever. And I go that way you keep everything clean because if you
Yeah.
have a crusher, depending on that, then there's going to be spittle or whatever gets into things. I'm like, just keep it clean, just outside immediately. And then
I love that idea. It's great.
Yep. So he goes, you should have told me this before I insulated it. You're a dumbass. But he goes, I really like the idea. So hey, let's go with that
For the next beer.
for the.
Okay,
the-
well, you
next,
still have a window,
bar, excuse
Doctor. Put like a PVC pipe out the window and then put a basketball net above it.
No,
And everyone
oh,
can
yeah.
shoot their cans
Yeah.
up. And it'll just splash a little bit. I wouldn't worry about the splash.
A little bit.
Little
All right,
bit.
on to the beer.
Part 2.
On to the beer. So
The
this
beer.
is Castle Danger Brewery. This is Castle Cream Ale. I bought this specifically for JT because JT
I'm so glad you did.
likes cream ale.
Love cream ale.
So a little bit about Castle Danger, but we're gonna go with the crack first. Stev, you ready?
Are we supposed to
Yeah,
roll this
I'm
one
gonna
off?
fuck this one up.
No, I've been.
All right.
I came too early
All
last
right.
time.
Oh.
3, 2, 1. Oh, perfect. Okay.
Nice crack.
So Castle Danger Cream Ale.
Nice
They're
crack.
Castle Danger Brewery is out of Two Harbors, Minnesota. Where do you think Two Harbors is?
In Minnesota.
Where in Minnesota?
I believe it would probably be in Two Harbors.
Yeah, it's there. Yep.
It's close to 3 hours.
Are you asking what specifically?
Where is Two Harbors in Minnesota?
Oh, where like spatially?
Yeah,
I know almost nothing about Minnesota.
and that's fine. It's
I'm
right
gonna
on
say
Lake
it's
Michigan.
On Lake Michigan.
Just kidding. Because Lake Michigan isn't in Minnesota.
Yep, no, it is.
It's right on Lake Superior. It's a half an hour north of Duluth, so it's up there.
Okay.
It's way up there.
Like a trading company?
Yeah, the Duluth Trading Company. That's where where they have those fire hose pants. I went to their website, which you guys can go to castledangerbrewery.com. There's a couple cool things about the website. I like going to the website. On it, they have a graph that updates live. It says what they have on tap, what's available in local bars, and then what's available at stores. And it's green, red.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
obviously
sweet.
the most is available. They've got 21 taps at the brewery, and they distribute 18 of the beers to local bars where it's on tap, and then I think 12 are available in stores. I happen to buy this in Minneapolis, so 2.5, 3 hours away, maybe a little bit more. Chuggalo Stev will correct me on that. So I really like that. A little bit about them. So they started in 2011 as a 3-barrel system. They soon outgrew what they could do, so then they opened a 30-barrel system in 2014. Just to show you the growth, in 2014 they went from 1,500 barrels a year to, in 2017, the most recent numbers, I know that's 4 years ago, they were nearly at 15,000 barrels. So enormous growth in a 3-year period.
Yeah.
And now they have a pilot system similar to what they do at Crooked Handle, where they have a 3-barrel system where they just do experimental shit.
I like that.
No, totally.
The big takeaway, before we get to the beer, is they use traditional, this is a question, they use traditional practices to produce unique and flavorful beers. So if you use traditional, I don't think unique. I just had trouble wrapping my mind around that.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there's a sort of oxymoron in that contradiction of itself.
Can't really have both, I would think.
Yeah. You probably have the most familiarity with the brewing process.
Since you work in a brewery, you're the expert. Expert Stev.
Expert Stev here to give his
Expert.
take on traditional brewing versus uniqueness.
Yeah, and go.
Go.
The next 8.5 minutes.
The floor. Well, so I don't know.
All right. And that was Chuggalo
There
Stev
it
with
is.
our beer experts corner.
Well, here, what would you change in the brewing process? Just small change that would make somebody a traditionalist say that's not traditional anymore.
What would you hypothesize?
What could you do? Anything. Just it could be.
Oh crap!
I'm sure there's a million answers. Like throwing Fruit Loops in there, obviously.
Right.
That's one way.
I guess it would just boil down to like ingredients. You would think.
Ingredients.
I think so.
There's got to be some sort of process based.
Well, traditional to me is
Because-
German purity laws.
Right.
You use
Just
4
German
ingredients.
purity laws.
wheat and water
Well.
and other stuff.
Barley and hops.
Mhm.
So anyways, so I submit to you guys Castle Danger's Castle Cream Ale, which this is their flagship beer by everything I can
Yeah.
discern from their website.
I gotta go to this website.
So again, castledangerbrewery.com. Again, I really liked their website where it's available and everything. I thought that was awesome. It was unique to them, and it's just apparent right on their homepage.
Cheers.
So cream ale, and this comes in at 5.5%. So whoever wants to go first.
Why don't you go ahead and start us off there, Stev?
All right, I'll knock it out the park.
Please.
Castle Danger Brewery, Castle Cream Ale. It as a staple beer, or as a
That's a fancy
it
term.
probably comes in a 6-pack or something to that effect.
Yeah, it came in a cardboard 6-pack.
I could easily see drinking 6 of these.
My man.
In an afternoon. 5 is. I ain't gonna do nothing.
Not gonna do nothing. Love it.
Step. Quote. 2020.
2021.
No.
He did say it last year. I heard.
Oh, no.
I heard it.
Yep.
No, I think it's traditional, like they say. I wouldn't say there's anything unique about it. Right now, it's just creamy beer. It's like it tastes like Genesee cream, and
Ooh.
and I don't mind that.
Because it's not touting to be something else.
Right,
you
it's
know?
not. It's exactly what it says it is, and it does it well. I give it a 3.5.
All right, 3.5. I'm really curious about the name but I'm just scanning because I don't want to waste too much time. I can't really figure it out. Castle Danger, that's an interesting name. It is a phenomenal website. I will back that up. I will back that ass up.
This is one of my favorite websites.
Mobile friendly, and the green
That's a must.
availability thing is awesome. So right now at 30 minutes and 5 seconds, we're doing can art here, showing it to the camera. I mean, if you need me to go slower, just pause the video. Is it that hard? Slower. No. I'm going too fast. They say I'm going too fast. All right. The name is interesting. I just want to know what it means. And there's no castles in the logo. It's a wave, and I believe it's a mountain behind it, and in front of it is some sort of cliff with a tree. Really cool logo.
Where do you see the mountain?
In the background. That might be a white-capped wave, like a huge wave. Could be.
Cloud.
Oh, it could be a cloud. I didn't think of that. I thought maybe snow-covered mountain. Yeah, it's probably a cloud. See? Art.
Oh, wow.
And it's kind of cool little crest there. It's being tied together like what would that be? Kind of like a belt loop kind of thing. It is a belt. It is a belt.
I got one, man.
And the logo or the can art. This is the can art bonus segment brought to you by. Stev hasn't submitted yet because this is next. So.
Oh yeah.
Gatorade?
Yeah, Gatorade.
Gatorade. Well, congrats.
Then Steph takes over.
Castle Cream Ale in this classic 70s.
I agree.
Cursive-ish, like it's like Spanglish for cursive. It's like cursive print.
Sorry, Stacey.
Cursive print text. Definitely 70s. It's got this kind of game showy feel to it. It's got the explosion of ribbons behind it. And this the Castle Cream Ale and this 3D, like, you know when you ever draw like 3D letters in school when you were a kid, you would always you draw them just like this, just worse. This is way better than what I could draw. It also says on the can here, Castle Cream Ale. Did you already read this? Was I not paying attention?
Personally,
Did you read it out loud, Matt?
No.
Castle Cream Ale
I
was
don't do that.
created while sitting around the kitchen table during our startup days, and the need for a sessionable beer became clear. Castle Cream is our version of a cream ale. Yeah, it is. Deep golden color. It has a soft malty aroma, slightly sweet creamy texture, and a balanced bitterness while finishing smooth and clean. So that's what they say about it. And that was the Can Art Bonus segment brought to you by Gatorade.
So you're the cream ale connoisseur. That's why I bought it.
Well, I appreciate that. So I have been looking for a cream ale that is a standard drinking cream ale, kind of like your Miller Lite of cream ales, for a while. And to understand this, you need to be put into the mind frame of a Daytonian, where cream ale is pretty defined by Warped Wing. Their Ermels is probably the most popular cream ale. And of late, they've done mostly experimental versions of the Ermels. I personally don't like Ermels, and I have only liked one of the variations. I can't remember what it was called because it was a typical cream ale, but it had something extra in it, and I don't remember what it was.
Fruit them.
It's usually fruited, yeah. The raspberry, blueberry, and all those, I've hated them all. But there was one, I think it was just called like Ermel's Creamsicle, and it didn't have a fruit. It was awesome. It was a 5, and it was great.
Interesting.
I had several of them. Tried to buy as many as I could immediately following my first glass. They were already sold out. It was the first day. It was release day. I was like, you sons of bitches. So I've been looking for one, and the probably the best standard I've had was Cali Creamin', which the name I don't like, but the beer is wonderful, and it's only sold in Southern California. I'd say that this is probably
Cali Creamy.
Cali Creamin'. I believe that.
It's funny
there's
just
an
because of what we were
apostrophe
talking
there.
about.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you guys talking about Creamin'?
We're talking about Cali.
Both. Wait.
Sweet.
Yeah.
This is a good cream ale. It has, I'd say, more maltiness than I expected. And there's a little, I know it's only 5.5 and it's supposed to be like a sessionable beer. There's a little hint of alcohol on the aftertaste. But other than that, this beer is pretty good. And it backs up, I think, what Stev was saying about it being unremarkable. But that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
No, certainly.
I'm looking for an unremarkable cream ale that doesn't try too hard, doesn't have a bunch of added shit in it. And I think this accomplishes that. I would regularly put this in my fridge.
I have a. I'm not trying to lead you. Are you looking for a bodied swill?
Yes.
Okay.
I
just
like
a body. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's got more flavor. I'm just gonna say
Oof,
body.
yeah.
It's got
Yeah,
more
sure.
like so. This is
I'm
swill.
looking for a bodied swill. That's a good
Bodied
way to
swill.
put it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking for something slightly more complicated, but
Ohio style.
not obviously Pilsner is complicated.
Ohio style will be a bodied swill.
Yes, Ohio style will be a bodied swill. I'm looking for something that, it just has more taste than the water beer that we typically drink.
Yeah.
Which I enjoy. I like, these are refreshing as hell. I had one the other day, side story here, was doing all-star tryouts with my son and all the kids his age, and I was helping run it. And we were out there for like 3 hours, hot as hell. And one guy just happened to have a cooler in the back of his truck with a bunch of Miller Lights in it, ice cold.
Convenient.
Colder than you could get in the fridge. I mean, these things were ice cold, and it was so refreshing. I drank it like water. It was awesome.
Bringing cooler to a kid's baseball game.
They're all the kids were gone. We waited until it was just the coaches and their kids left, and the kids had juice boxes or whatever.
Adult beverages as well.
But don't tell the league president.
They had
they won't appreciate.
They had
it.
Four Locos.
It was awesome.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm looking for something that's refreshing, not overbearing, and I can drink many of them. And a 5.5, yeah, I can drink a bunch of these. It's a good cream ale. Only thing I would want is to like go less malt, more creaminess. I'm not sure how you get the creaminess because I don't know how to brew beer.
That is beyond me.
But I think that other than that, you've delivered just a stellar cream ale. At the foundation of which you could do experiments with, but I wouldn't. Just keep it like this. 4.0.
Oh, okay.
Like it. Very good.
Off the top rope. So the one thing I don't read off the can. That's not what I do, Chuggalos. The one thing that it says, which I find interesting, is Castle Danger beer is unfiltered, unpasteurized, and should be kept cold. I bought this off the shelf and then went into my luggage. So this had been room temperature at best for quite a while because I don't know how long it was sitting at the shelf at the place where I bought it because it was up in Minnesota. So unfortunately, Castle Danger, when you guys hear this, the point of sale places aren't fulfilling your directions. So I don't know if that's altered it at all. I'm not hip to the wise on my Cicerone stuff, if that matters.
To the wise.
Off the top rope, I'm going to go with a 3.5. It's bodied swill. It's got a robust maltiness to it that elevates it over some of its peers. I love the golden hue of this can, like just the color.
Yeah.
It's got like
it's
an
a
old
throwback.
school look.
It's almost comic booky.
It's a solid throwback.
Yeah, it is totally.
I can understand why this is your flagship beer. I really can. But yeah, off the top rope, 3.5. Excellent. And now for Stev's submission, which I've been chilling.
Woo.
I feel like I've been steamrolling Stev every time he tries to say something. So, now's going to be your shot to really get your voice out there.
I got some words about this one.
Good. So I can't wait to hear them.
So here's Richard.
Can't wait to hear them.
Here's your beer.
Perfect.
Steph,
Beer fit.
the camera's yours.
Beer.
Till JT steamrolls you. So enjoy the next 5 seconds.
All right. Flip your glass.
Yeah. Sorry.
I thought I was steamrolling him. So
I felt like I was too every time he went to talk. One of us would say.
So I was at work at some point, and Jason found a couple bottles of these. this. There's a bottle of Arms Away. There's a bottle of the Roadside. Bottle of Christmas Kringle. Just
Yeah.
a whole bunch of stuff that we
Finding stuff.
bottled in this.
Random bottles from Crooked Handle,
From
right?
Crooked Handle, yes. And they've been in the walk-in cooler, the keg where we keep all the kegs, where we keep all our food. And he said, if you don't want it, throw it away.
Oh,
I wouldn't do
there's
that.
only one
There's-
answer to that
yeah.
question.
So it's
Stev is being modest. Stev is the head chef at Crooked
you're
Handle.
lying.
So the fact that he's bringing this to us and he gives us unique insight, one of our favorite brewers.
The date it was barreled 6/21/2017,
Ooh.
bottled 6/28/2018.
Okay.
So wee bit. It's a Scotch heavy ale. 1792 bourbon barrel age.
1792 is a exquisite bourbon. Exquisite
Haven't had it.
bourbon. Comes in like a teardrop type
Oh,
bottle.
I like
Huh.
that.
That sounds expensive. So we're gonna crack this open.
For a standard bottle, you're looking at between the $50 and $60 price point on
Not bad.
1792.
Okay.
They have a delightful rye.
Delightful
So
ride.
I'm gonna pour this like an asshole.
That's fine.
No, that's the right way to pour it.
You're killing it. Look at that.
So I watched. So speaking of this, while he's pouring, I watched that video. I thought it was awesome.
Which one?
The
The 120-minute video?
yeah, 120-minute video.
Oh, yeah,
Finally
yeah,
got
okay,
around
yeah.
to watching it. Yeah, it was awesome. I was really happy to
I-
see those guys. Those guys.
I don't
in that
have a
video-
10-year bottle. Otherwise, we would do it.
Yeah,
I've got a couple old
they
ones. but,
experienced a lot of the things that we experienced one time when you cracked yours. The little bits that were in it and things like that, and they seemed really approachable. Those guys,
yeah.
which is what you want from other beer drinkers. They weren't like, pretentious.
about it, yeah.
Yeah.
When I love doing this. I love the podcast. But when we did the 120, it was for WrestleMania. It was a weekend.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
it was an event, and I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Just
Mhm.
don't shower. Just a couple of dudes in the basement bar.
We've been in the same room for days.
Watching wrestling,
Yep.
and then just randomly pull this out and surprise your friends. What's
Okay.
this that I'm
That's
drinking?
that's the
That's
those
the
are the
20%
steps-
beer.
Those are the steps to life. Just pull it out and enjoy.
I'm
with
hoping
friends.
that's what this turned into.
I like that. Just pull it out.
Pull it
Well
out.
done. Classic.
Hey, you said it.
Pull it out and enjoy it with friends. I want a T-shirt that says that. Oh,
We
this
can
is.
make that happen.
I can see this is why the one that Steph picked to drink.
Boy.
Oh.
There's alcohol in there.
Caution, may contain alcohol. There's
Some.
this episode is ripe with one-liners. I need to write.
There's alcohol in there.
Bazinga.
Oh man.
That was probably copyright.
All right, so you've described the acquisition process.
Quite.
Can you describe this beer? Is there anything special about it? Is there anything that Jason would want conveyed about this beer?
Yeah.
So the only thing Jason has told me about that beer is if it's bad, don't put it on Untapped.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Well,
I didn't get
I
a
don't want to tip my hand yet. But
expectation. He said it's been in a 40-degree.
so it's been climate controlled.
It's been climate. It
Oh,
hasn't
because it was in
been-
your cooler.
It hasn't been cellared or in that
It's been 40s,
50s to 60 degree is what I understand to be cellar temperature.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I understand, it's high enough ABV that really
Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. I wouldn't know how to calculate what it could be now.
So you would have to take a. We'd have to pour it out and put a
It's a,
hydrometer.
That's right.
So the interesting thing.
I didn't
so
bring mine. Sorry.
You brought it in. You brought it in. And it was room temperature. And our chill on this has been. I think it's perfect.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This beer is the perfect temperature for consumption. What does this name mean? Anything? Wee bit of trouble.
I know it's wee bit because it's a Scotch ale.
Oh, okay.
So that's their
Standard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's their standard.
I drank a regular fresh pour of wee bit over the weekend at my shift beer, and the alcohol is certainly a bit more forward on this one, but it's everything is a bit more accentuated
On this or on that?
on this.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So
You're killing it.
I'm into it. We have another bourbon barrel aged wee bit, and I want to say it's Buffalo Trace. Barrel aged, and that's on tap at Crooked Handle, located in Springboro, Ohio. Go to there.
Go there and episode 108, which is a love fest. And Jason was upset that we didn't get the food, and now that we have the head chef here, we can really talk about it. But the wings are
Flattered.
the wings are fantastic. The best wings, and I'm not just saying it because he's here. I tell people the best wings I've had in Ohio.
Oh, that's good to know. I just had this conversation like 2 days ago.
Have you been
What
there?
were the best? I haven't
It's
eaten
not
there. I've
close.
been- yeah,
We argue about pizza all the time.
Yeah,
The best wings in Ohio.
I'm gonna go.
If you go there and you disagree with me, I will pay for your meal. Just send me your receipt.
Wow.
I've done this before with movies. I've done it before with beer, and I've done it before with pho.
But you have to have a viable replacement wing. You
Yeah.
can't just send them your receipt and say you didn't like it.
Yeah, if you send me
What's better?
Wingstop, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Yeah, you send something like that, or
Yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings or something.
Yeah.
You're wrong. I mean,
It's
how it is.
It's just you're wrong.
So I'm putting my Chuggalo stamp on that. I'm gonna go first because
Yeah, please
this is. I'm glad you picked this one. You came in strong because when you showed up,
Okay.
when you came, Callie came creaming. when you came on episode 89 with Bud Light Lime, I was like, our friendship's probably over. But this endears you to me. This doesn't have the butteriness that you would expect a Scotch barrel aged, and that's not. This is surprising how sharpness this leaves your palate immediately and then dulls off. We still got more than half the bottle to go.
Oh yeah,
This is gonna be a big one.
we're enjoying ourselves today.
I like this, and I like that now finally we outnumber JT, because before, like with the barrel age stuff, I was outnumbered with Cobra and JT. Now, because you're the dark lord.
Yeah.
Man,
Dark Lord.
I like to keep it short and concise. Off the top rope, I didn't write it down. That's why I wanted to go first. Oh, this is delightful.
The suspense.
I got a little floaties, but that's okay.
I'm vacillating between two scores. I'm going to go with one. Off the top rope, 4.5.
Very good.
Okay.
It is. This is crushable without guilt.
Mm-hmm.
Crushable.
I'm
How
glad
this
you
could be.
said that. Okay.
Not like
I'm glad you said that.
not like he said 5 cans of this. You know, a 5. Chuggalo Stev was saying a 5x5.
Yeah.
But I'm drinking this bottle and I'm having a decadent meal.
You'll be enjoying yourself.
I'm having a decadent meal.
No punt.
Ooh.
Just wanted to point that out.
That's points.
Well,
minus
yeah, no
there.
pun.
Uh,
But it's just can't.
boozy, no fruit, no pun.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, because the fruit agitates.
Boozy, no fruit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. We never.
Does it sound
We've
good?
never talked about that.
I'm just hypothesizing. I'm guessing because there's
Oh,
no
you're
fruit
guessing.
in it, like
Wow, that's a really good guess.
That's how they determine bottle.
to increase like surface area on it. This you're not doing anything with. That's why there's no decrease. It's the decreased surface area.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this is Can Bonus segment brought to you by Stev.
Stev, hey,
Congrats,
I
you
did
are
it.
now the sponsor.
Bit of sexy.
Probably. I bet this is a Brew Crew first. The first time the sponsor is present.
I'll be goddamn.
Congrats. You've broken
Wait
records.
a
You've
sec.
broken
You didn't carry in on 89.
Were we doing sponsorship back then?
You guys
That
did
might
it.
have been-
I don't think you were doing that.
I don't think we were.
You're the number one fan. You should
I
come
think
up
we
with
were
this.
back then saying like brought to you by and then something.
Yeah, so there's a first.
There's a first. Brew Crew firsts. You've heard it here. First.
141 episodes in, and we can still have firsts.
Oh yeah, we'll have firsts for a long time.
Yeah.
Right. So this, the can art, the label here, there's there's a few, as simplistic as it is, there's a few things going on, and a few things I actually really like. Usually I want, when a label comes this simple, I usually just go blah blah blah, and I'm moving on to the taste because there's not much here. So the background is like a brown.
I'm not trying to throw shade. You've never gone blah blah blah.
Oh, I have on some cans. On some cans I go like right away.
Smash.
Maybe we go off and
yeah.
trail off into something else, but not about specifically the can art. So this one, the background's writing.
I've been told by
illegible.
I've been told by a Chuggalo. His name rhymes with Fev. As soon as you start the can art boner segment, he skips ahead
30
5 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes.
I feel like
it rhymes with Fev.
the can art segment has the most trail offs of all the segments we do. If you skip ahead of the can art segment, you're missing the meat of the podcast.
If we go back to like episode 30 and we do the can art boner segment,
it's way worse.
No, I wouldn't say worse. Because we're better and more articulate, and there's better and more concise stories. I know that's fun, but in like episode 30, I feel like it's 2 minutes.
Yeah, probably.
Episode 130.
Well, early in the let's go back. I mean, this
Talk
is a
turkey.
good trail off.
Talk turkey.
This is a real good trail off.
This
Early
one
in the
doesn't count.
podcast, I had the self-conscious awareness of Matt's reviews being under a certain period of time.
1 minute.
1 minute. I
This
don't know
is
that
good.
that's held true over all the episodes
Non-pretentious.
now. But I was like, okay, I gotta get this can art done, gotta get the review done, and I always saw them as two separate things. Even though my reviews take a long time, my reviews can take quite a while.
You can't. I always like to tell people, JT, you can't get pregnant twice. Once when you're pregnant, you're pregnant.
It's just happening, yeah.
You can get pregnant twice.
Not at the same
back to
time.
back,
After the fact,
Yeah.
consecutively.
No thanks.
So I was.
No thanks. No, on record.
Yeah,
no thanks.
So this bottle art. It's writing illegible, writing in the background on a brown paper. It's got an orange border. Just the crooked handle colors, pretty much. And then the all caps font. What I really like about this is the date in barrel, date out dates. Those are cool. I have not seen that yet. That's the first time I've seen that. Maybe other people do it. I don't know.
It's the first time I've seen it.
But it's the first time I've seen it. Yeah. And
It's not on the other barrels.
No, it's not on the other bottles
yeah.
But
All right. So I had the Wee Heavy.
Which time?
maybe.
One or both. Can't remember. I'll look.
I know you had it.
Yeah.
On the when you guys were there.
Definitely did not have this. Well, that's the can art boner segment. Gotta close that out.
I did have the wee bit of trouble.
Yeah.
It's looking
What'd
up.
you give it? So don't put it on Untapped if you hate it.
No,
Zero.
that was
I
the
know.
one that we drank with
That was
Jason.
the one. Yeah, I know. I was just.
I go check out my thoughts on Brew Crew podcast episode 108. Spoiler: this beer's a real banger.
Ooh, real banger. What'd you give it?
108.
Oh.
I don't know if that score holds.
I gave it a 4.75.
Oh wow, very good. So you gave the unaged one.
Stev didn't check this. He
Oh,
didn't
shit.
toast me on this.
He didn't even toast you.
Ryan,
Sure.
Crooked Handle, and my other buddy Steven. I don't know who Steven is. Who is that random dude?
Whom?
No, Stev.
Yes, whom? So at the beginning of the episode, Steph made a joke that Crooked Handle makes terrible beer. We jumped on
That's
it.
a lie.
No, it was a joke. I said it was a joke. What I want to say is we jumped on it and made sure that wasn't. But I feel like we didn't really hammer home that we are joking. We've expressed that Crooked Handle is a phenomenal brewery.
This beer's not going to be on. This beer's not going to be on.
Would
Untapped.
not be. Yeah.
This is like special.
This
Yeah.
is exclusive.
This beer is
This is like the first beer that we've had you cannot get.
wow. Look at
That-
us.
that-
Look
that's
at
why.
us coming
There
up,
you go.
man.
Well,
We're
look
coming
at
up
us.
in the world.
I'm putting it on there because
Yeah,
it's
put it on there. Create a beer. You might get a badge for that.
I
love badges.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
bit
know,
a
they're just
we bit a
great.
Trouble Barrel Age 2020 is available.
Nope.
And that's the one we have on tap now.
No, this is the 1792 barreled, right?
You got the side that says that.
75 check-ins, so it is on there. Okay.
Well, shit.
No,
It's not special.
No.
We're not special. No one's special in this
Dang
one.
it! I rated it higher than the community.
So there's just one more thing from the previous minutes of this podcast. I've been coming around to darker beers. I wish you would have recognized that. I've been coming around. I've been giving them
Coming off of 1.25.
I've been giving them really deep, thoughtful reviews. I've been really tasting them and not just shitting all over them, like I did at the beginning. And this beer that I did close out the can art. So this beer is awesome. So it's a Scotch ale, which I don't know. I mean, what does that classify as far as darkness? Is it a dark beer?
It's
with the aging.
With the aging, it becomes a dark beer.
aging, I believe it.
I mean, it's
Makes
dark.
it-
Yeah, I mean,
but
color-wise,
typically
this is but there's still a little amberness
Scotch
to
ales
it.
are almost red.
Yeah, it
from
has
what I
it has
understand.
like a golden red hue to it.
I actually got turned on to this app called
Called app.
Brewers Association
Just mad.
Styles. Jason told me
You
about
got a
it.
kickstand on that phone? Jeez, look
I
at
know. When I saw that, I was like,
Big dick
"Stop the
society over there."
Stop the podcast."
Living in the future right now.
Yeah, look at that. Just
Wow.
You could just lean your dick right up on it.
I haven't tried it yet, but I will.
well, now I don't want to touch it.
He said he hadn't tried it yet.
But it tells you you can look up styles of beer and it gives you,
Yeah, that's really good.
shit that goes way above my head, like the Play-Doh or the original gravity of this
Oh, yeah, the
beer.
original.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So
That's awesome. The craftbeer.com also has a little bit of that. Like kind of more of an encyclopedia feel to it.
okay, yeah,
But that
that's
seems to be a
absolutely
little
what
bit
this is.
more interactive. Okay. My first thought with this beer was cocoa or chocolate,
Mhm.
It mentions that.
and it says on there cacao, which we've gone over is different. And I'm still not familiar with South American crops enough to know
Cocaine.
what's different about cacao
What?
from other chocolate leaves and such. I don't know. Is it all the same? Is there a cocoa and a cacao? I don't fucking know. But this shit is legit. So the wee bit of trouble I had the first time, I remember having it because the name is familiar to me.
Mhm.
I don't remember the beer. This, I hope I'll remember, because this beer is damn good. And I hope that some of that is the aging. If it's not, then you made a fine beer right out of the barrel, right out of the 1 year barrel time. Great beer, man. I don't honestly think I can find a flaw with it. The second thing, other than the chocolate, that really reigned supreme was the carbonation. It was perfect on this beer, and it stuck around. And it was a refreshing 10% beer. I can't believe it. I'm giving this beer a 5. I can't define an attribute that's not good.
I'm a sound effects guy now.
I can't define anything about it that's bad.
Just imagine.
I thought you'd go
podcast
higher
is over.
than 4 or 5. This beer's good. That's it. That's my review.
I'm glad you
And I
enjoyed
did it in under a minute.
Thank goodness for Gatorade. That's never been true.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Is Jason on Untapped? I'm trying to add it.
I don't know if he is personally. I
But-
know,
but
he's on LinkedIn.
they will find you on if you tap.
Yeah,
her
he
handle.
liked my other stuff, so okay.
Well, then he's on there.
I had to check. Well, as Crooked Handle, but I
Oh,
want
that's
him.
Crooked.
I want him privately.
That's Jason.
I'm gonna LinkedIn.
I do
request
too.
friend him.
Because we're privately friends on Facebook and stuff, and his
Oh, yeah.
escapades are fantastic.
Oh wow.
But anyways,
They're into some shenanigans.
they are.
All right. To the
Stev, you brought
to
this.
the donator/sponsor.
Okay.
A sponsor.
As I previously mentioned, I had a regular pour of this over the weekend. I gave it a 4.25. Sweet, roasty, boozy, spicy is what I said.
So concise.
Some of those attributes don't ring true to this one.
He said what we were trying to get to.
He does that.
I'm a man of many words
he has a more technical nomenclature than we do.
This one,
More vocabulary.
it's a 5. Like at the end of the day,
At the end of the day, that's when it happens. Everything happens at the end.
It's boozy.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's not. It's imposing.
It's not like aggressively boozy.
Yeah.
Or like.
That's a key distinct. It's not
Yeah.
okay.
It's not aggressive.
It hits all the notes. You know, roasty, scotchy, I guess you'd say, or Scotch ale-y. It's just fucking good.
That's the weird. That's the weird thing where the booze in me is coming out. Would you want to mix Scotch and bourbon? Like Scotch and whiskey get mixed all the time.
Would you want to mix them together in one glass?
All bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon.
Squares are trying. Squares are trying.
So the common feature is whiskey,
rectangle,
Scotch, bourbon.
Yeah.
So there's distinctions here. There's distinctions here.
Yeah, but what you're saying is people mix Scotch and whiskey.
It's
no, because there's Scotch.
You say they mix them up.
There's blended. So you'll have a blended. That's
sure.
Yeah, but I've never heard of like a Scotch.
I thought you were talking
bourbon.
about some sort of cocktail that you order.
What's
that's
this?
like a mixture of whiskey and Scotch.
It's like I don't know.
Yeah, I like it.
Italian meme.
Hey.
See, like when I do this, I always think buttery. Is that what you're trying to say?
It's smooth.
Money.
It's peaty in a way.
Okay, there's your Scotch. If you draw a peat off of it,
it's fucking good.
Because there's two different kinds of Scotch. You get the Highland Scotch, which is peaty, and then you get the Lowland Scotch, which isn't. It's more of your grain. Where your peatiness is. That's what turns people off to Scotch, because they'll have something that's like a deep peat.
It tastes like wet rocks.
Yeah, it tastes like, well, that's. I always make the joke that if you drink craft beer, like 5 or 6 of them, and then you go to a Miller Lite, it tastes like, why is this filtered through wood? It always tastes like it's filtered
try
through.
that out.
I could.
Well, it's going to take a couple more, but I mean,
we can make it happen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think what turns people off from Scotch is not the flavor of the Scotch; it's the strength.
I would agree with that.
Because they don't hide the.
I think
They
when
don't
you're
hide the
new to
punch?
Scotch, they don't hide the punch. When you're new to Scotch, it kicks your face in sideways and then inside out. And then you're like, whoa,
I can't.
this is a sippable thing? I don't think so.
I can't do Scotch.
Yeah,
I do
sharp.
bourbon.
I can do bourbon.
I kill it.
Yeah, Scotch is a tough sell for me as well.
Besides JT's bottle that he paid me last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's 2 years, because I think last year
I'm opening it.
something might have come out on top.
I'm opening it this weekend.
What did I get? I forgot.
You got me the Bird Dog.
Bird Dog.
Yep.
I found a new one at Arrow. It's pretty good. But this isn't a bourbon podcast. It's a beer podcast. It's in a black bottle. You can't even see through it. I love it. It's really good. Smooth. I don't know what it's called, so
That's what
matter.
JT got me.
That's what I got him.
Well, hot dog.
There it is.
I haven't opened that one yet. This
Open that
weekend.
shit up. Break it open, bro. Not now. I don't want any. Maybe later, if you have some left. Try half a shot. All right, that's the beer review. We got 2 5s and a 4.5.
Who would have ever guessed that on something like barrel-aged bourbon, we can say that. So it's barrel-aged bourbon, whatever, else attached.
Barrel-aged bourbon Scotch ale.
Yeah.
Not stout.
But that you would outpower me.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that you gave it a 4 or 5. When you went first, I thought you were giving it a 5. That's why I thought you were going first. Then when you gave it a 4 or 5, and then subsequently read your review from Untapped and gave it a 4.7, the on-tap version of 4.7. Shocked. I'm shocked. I think that this bourbon barrel isn't the problem. The problem is the bourbon barrel stout. That's good. Thank you. I think you can bourbon barrel really anything.
Yeah.
UA had done some the dinosaur branded beers that Urban Artifact has.
Oh, like
Those are
Stegosaurus.
bourbon barrel aged. right?
Stegosaurus. That was
some sort of barrel aged.
uh,
Maybe wine. Maybe wine.
Yeah, like a port, maybe, but
It was definitely aged in something.
I could look it up.
Yeah, you don't have to. It's something. But the I think it's the bourbon barrel stout, and it's not the beer itself. I'd say, other than the BCBS from Goose Island, what it is the hype. The hype gets me. These people, they flock to it because it says bourbon barrel stout. But this is hands down the best bourbon barrel dark beer I've had. Probably. If I remember them all.
So
I don't know.
So
That Stegosaurus was pretty fucking good, but I would not count that as a dark beer, even though it was like a dark maroon.
$22. It was $22 for the bottle, and we split the bottle. Like
It was worth it.
we split.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
And that was
I would be curious how much that would retail for.
well. After this episode, hundreds.
Yeah, easy.
Now, I mean, you're not going to be able to find this.
Collector's item even.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
What would you pay for this?
a rich
At a 4 or 5. Keeping your score in mind, what would you pay for this beer? I would pay $20 for this.
Oh yeah, I have no problem there because you're buying the age too. So like
Maybe that's a context we hadn't considered.
no problem at 20.
Yeah, no problem. Easy, especially that size. You could probably sell a smaller one.
$3.99 for me.
Yeah, $3.99
Yeah,
for you, and you shared it. I can't believe it. This is similar to sharing that 2012 120-minute. I mean, sharing this is almost a crime. You've almost messed up, but because you're a good guy, you didn't.
I appreciate it.
This is one of the. What I'm most shocked about this beer is the carbonation. I think it really amplified the beer. I think it made it better.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you have a segment 3?
Let's just crack the roadside too.
That's room temperature.
You're right.
That's sitting in the
I'm
sun.
not gonna kill you guys.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I have something for segment 3 that we can crack.
Well, that we can crack.
Yeah, and keep talking. Just keep
talking.
Because there hasn't been a
Well,
lot.
I'm gonna take a
there hasn't
piss.
been a
You
lot
think
of
about
good-
that.
Dudes being
And
bros
if you
right
need
now.
background noise, I'll be peeing.
Bros on bros.
That's how it works on this podcast.
Scoot. We scoot.
You guys just not gonna talk?
I mean, I did bring that. So the thing about that is I brought 2s of these, but I bought 3 of that Nipco one.
Nipco, which one?
I think you put it in the fridge.
Which one's the Nipco? Are these?
It's none of this.
This is planning.
You goofy goober.
You goofy goober. As I'm loading.
There's a dog
Yeah,
right there.
the bombers. Oh,
No, the
I put them in the fridge.
Because there was
Can you do a pint, JT?
Yeah, I think so.
we got
So pitch it quick.
I'm making room right now.
pinch a loaf, yeah. Come on.
This is a long one.
No. I'm saying for this is another beer that you brought.
Oh, God.
I did say to give you a little shit. I did say bring it chilled, Stev.
I tried. Hey,
Did they come out of your fridge and they got that warm in the car?
these I did not chill. The
Yeah,
bombers
okay,
I
yeah.
didn't chill.
Okay,
The double deuce.
Okay, since this is and I'm thirsty anyway, so this is segment 3. So this is going to be our popular segment, our best where we just keep drinking.
One more beer.
So what do you call? I was catching this. You call it Nibco?
I got Nipcock.
Nibcock.
It's
So I get nip.
nowhere in particular. Cabinet of Curiosities.
Oh,
That's where JT and I had gone.
Yeah, we're gonna be going back soon. It's just
However,
yeah, we're going back.
coordinating.
How it's been explained to me
Stev's a goddamn workaholic, so
through. I don't want to be, man.
yeah. It's the only day he has off for the next 2 months.
How it's been explained to me, the shit you want to buy, the shit you buy in cans from now in particular, is made from their breweries in Columbus. However, the things you buy at Nipcock,
Be fruity milkshake.
where you and I had gone,
Yeah.
it's made specifically for there.
Yeah.
So this is a, it'll say something to the effect of brewed and packaged by no in particular Gahanna, Ohio, which is
Where is that Gahanna?
some suburb of
It's a
A
suburb of Toledo.
Toledo.
No,
You know that?
I'm joking. No.
Oh.
I was trying to think of a
impressed.
more random city. That's like a suburb.
Gahanna? I've never. It
Of Gahanna.
looks
Is
like
that a
Ghana.
slug?
Knowing Ohioans, they say it differently.
That's a slip
Oh, yeah.
song name, probably.
They probably say like Gona, because everything here like Lebanon,
Yeah.
Rushi.
Rushi. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Rushi.
Deal. I got shit for this. You guys will love this. I said
Interesting.
Chillicothe, and it's like,
Was I supposed to drink this yet?
yeah, oh yeah, I
Oh,
cracked
awesome,
mine.
man.
It's segment 3.
I didn't know if there was a track.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chillicothe.
Yeah, I said Chillicote or something like
Yeah.
that.
After hours.
A bunch of people after hours. That's what we call
After
it.
dark.
After a bar.
A bar.
Fuck, I got it.
That's what we call it in college. No, that's fine. I remember my first time drinking beer.
Military grade.
There are floaties in my bottom.
Yeah, when you weren't looking, I put some Rohypnol in your drink, so that's gonna be great later.
Woo! Oh, we're enjoying ourselves.
So anyways, this third beer from Nipcock is
Nipcock.
Follow Your Nose. It's loopy, fruity. See what they did there, JT. That's what
Loopy.
you call illusion. You didn't know that this beer was sitting in the fridge.
I didn't.
Loopy, fruity, because
I
earlier,
didn't
what
look
did
in
you
the
say?
fridge.
Snuck up on it.
I
What did I
said that's
say?
why you didn't know. You said if they have Fruit Loops in your beer.
Yeah, I did say that.
It's an ale brewed with
It's
orange,
non-traditional.
lemon, lime,
Oh.
strawberry, vanilla, lactose, dish soap, citra,
Yeah.
amarillo, steak, love, and mama's corn
And
syrup.
2 wrenches.
Science.
And 2 wrenches.
And a kitchen
Science.
sink.
All of that.
The only thing that would make that better is if each one of those had powder at the end. I don't know if you listen to that episode that Chris and I had. We
That'd be
listened.
wrecked all the way around.
We drank. What was that one called? I can't remember the
It was
brewery.
the.
But every one was
Oozle
like orange
Finch?
powder, lemon powder. It was like everything was a powder.
I
don't
think
know
yeah.
what the hell that was.
Oodle Finch.
Yeah, Ouzel Finch.
There you
Oh,
go.
the one where they corrected us on social
Yeah,
media.
it was Ouzel Finch.
What?
Everything was a
Damn.
powder. Yeah, it was. That would be funny if this was the same way. But they use more real ingredients.
Well, that's what he was saying to us when they made that
Powders. real.
ectoplasm or whatever.
Yeah,
He
it
said
was,
what 200 some packs of fucking lime Kool-Aid.
Yeah, it might have been more than that. Yeah,
It was
of Kool-Aid.
It's funny that you're saying ecto
that one wasn't for me.
because I dropped you an ectogasm
Oh yeah,
in your box.
that was Ecto Cooler or Ecto something else. But yeah, it was their anniversary.
Their lime sour for their.
This tastes wholly experimental. Just just do.
Yeah,
stuff.
this is
This really
traditional,
hard
not new.
to switch to from
Or
what we
unique,
just
not
had.
traditional. Fuck.
We're all over and with 3 beers you can get like a division between 2, but 3 you have to set your fence post somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys, now that we're coming out of COVID, I got a segment 3
Mm.
as we just talked, just dudes talking. What are you hoping to do this year, or this summer?
That's a great question. If I were, I don't know, in an ideal situation,
I've got
like
something if you
the
want
way
to chill
that.
on it a little bit.
Well, no, I think I can provide something.
Yeah.
Well, as far as what do I want to do this summer, I don't know. I'm going on vacation, and it's fine, and it'll be a good vacation.
An hour ago you said you're not going on vacation.
Yeah. This one is going to be a road trip,
Okay.
so I'm not worried about getting stuck anywhere. But I liked.
Unless you go somewhere where the Colonial Pipeline is. You could be stuck.
No. Colonial Pipeline? No. Not even sure what that is, but I'm going to Tennessee.
That's one where they hacked and
You're the only.
Oh, that
city.
Colonial. Yeah. I forgot all about that. The name of it. I was thinking about the gas prices on the way here too. Like how can I work that into the podcast? Crazy. Totally forgot.
So you're going to Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm going to Tennessee, but that's besides the point I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the 2020 pace. I didn't obviously enjoy the pandemic. I thought it was terrible, and I wish it never happened. But liked the work from home. I liked how light traffic was. I liked that people put a new focus on home life and family and things like that. And I hope that some of that remains, because when you go on the roads pre-pandemic, everyone's going somewhere. Where the fuck is everyone going all the time? How on a Saturday at like 10:30 in the morning are the roads so fucking packed? Where are you all going all the time?
Yeah.
Like, that's just I just don't get it. Am I not busy enough? Am I not doing enough?
That's just everybody.
Or is like everyone else busier than me? I don't know. I don't get it. But I really enjoyed just even in social media, just seeing people like really being like, wow, my family's so cool. I had no idea. Like, wow, you're just realizing that for the first
like
time?
taking a step back.
What's wrong with you? Yeah. I
I
hope that
appreciating
sticks.
things.
I hope that sticks around for 2021, 2022.
I appreciate the positive spin because we need that in this world, positivity. But Stev, what 2020? Besides getting married, you've got the home run of.
That's the home run.
Is it
Locking it down?
Is it stay married?
Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah.
That's priority number one after you get married. Is to stay married.
I mean, you know.
Some people don't care.
No, I just.
What couldn't you do?
Goodness. Well, last year, I just want to get out more.
Because we're gonna write this
Honestly.
down because we're gonna see you probably in another 51 weeks.
So
We're just gonna write this down. It's gonna be a record.
middle of May.
Middle of May.
22.
Yeah, 22.
I just want to go out. That's mostly because of my work schedule, but I want to get out and do more things.
Yeah.
It's
You want to be social?
yeah.
Yeah.
Get-togethers or going
It's a
out
great
to
idea.
places with a beer passport or whatever it may be. Just
When you did this, my mind for you always went to dick pics.
You want to take
Just
more
because-
dick pics. If you
just
wanna
because
take
of our
more dick
history.
pics, it's okay.
So in my family, this means queso cheese.
That's the Stev
That's
family
the
symbol.
American
for
Sign
queso
Language
cheese.
at the Mexican restaurant.
Cheese, as they call it in
Bring me
Quite
a tub.
cheese.
said.
I do love queso.
Outshout my dad.
Yeah, outshout.
Oh, we got an outshout.
It's been a bit.
No,
It has been a bit.
I'll appreciate that one. But no, I
Is he a Chuggalo?
Is Papa Dingus gonna listen?
I don't know if my dad is a Chuggalo. I know.
After episode 89, I could tell you told people because we had a definite spike.
Nice. Hell yeah.
And then we didn't retain them.
They did not stick around.
My uncle Mark is a Chuggalo.
Hey, Uncle Mark.
Outshout Chuggalo Mark.
Yeah. Why
I've
we
never-
why
never,
we
uh,
why
Uncle
we bury
Mark.
the fucking lead on that? Oh yeah,
Uh,
outshout to Chuggalo Mark.
But no, I do my best to let everybody know.
Yeah,
Spread
it
the
definitely
gospel.
because it was Mount Everest on our charts.
Yeah. You know.
Hey, by the way, Chuggalo Stev will be here next week, so tune in then.
What's
What?
interesting is that I was on Reddit and they were talking about Joe Rogan and how he's popular all of a
He
sudden.
kind of sucks.
It's okay if you don't like Joe Rogan. That's not my point here. He did not become popular overnight.
No.
That's the thing, is that he put the work in, and like at this point, right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
he's got like 1,500 episodes. He's been doing it for 3,000 hours. We don't even come close to that. And
Some of
we
those
hope
episodes
for
are 3
just a
hours long.
Tiny
though.
little fraction of his success.
Those are an hour. He's got
His
some of those
episodes are
like 3 hours long.
6 hours.
Some of them are double episodes and stuff. And I'm not ashamed to admit it in front of someone who doesn't like him. I've enjoyed a lot of Joe Rogan's episodes. I know my mom likes a lot of Joe Rogan episodes. So he's kind of catering to a large demographic of people. And it's more the guests. The guests really make it, obviously.
He gets people.
But
Yeah.
he didn't. It's not for lack of work. I just wanted to put that out there because when you think about the Brew Crew podcast and how many hours we've been doing this, it's a lot. We've really put a lot of work into it, but people don't. If people don't stick around, they don't stick around. But like Uncle Mark, for example, Uncle Mark's a Chuggalo, and
Outshot Uncle
they
Mark.
they come one at a time, and eventually it could happen. I bet you at 100 and something episodes, Joe Rogan was hitting 100 listeners per episode or whatever. But I mean, he had Fear Factor to back him up. I'm not trying to compare us to Joe Rogan. We'll never beat
let's
Joe
not
Rogan.
downplay. He had news radio,
Well,
then Fear Factor.
Yeah.
oh, the news radio. I remember that. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn, wow. Good callback.
No. Uncle Mark was upset when you guys switched from SoundCloud.
I think the SoundCloud switch was a mistake. In hindsight, it's good to reflect on these things. Podbean has been much easier to use as a poster,
And that's okay.
And he's the poster, so he's post all.
I will say
every
that
episode.
Podbean has been enormously more easy.
I got him turned on to the YouTube side of it.
Yeah, the YouTube
That-
side.
that's
That's
what-
where our plays are coming from.
So
The only issue, like behind the scenes, is so when we do it on Skype, it's 500 megs or whatever.
right.
So it
Oh,
uploads
this is your
11 gigs.
change.
No. Because Skype, it's the same. It's just how it's.
It's just compressed.
It's just this is not this is raw.
Mhm.
Like we don't obviously we don't
Unfiltered.
edit.
Raw
yeah.
exported video.
Unadulterated.
Yeah,
You're
it's
getting like
triple
1080p.
yeah, high def.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is fantastic.
360 audio.
That's it.
I'm glad you guys asked. This year, I'm looking
Yes.
forward to.
What are you looking
we're
forward
being
to?
able.
What are you
Did
guys
we ever get a Stev answer?
Yeah,
He just talked about Uncle Mark, but
I
he
said
didn't
I'm
really.
just trying. I'm trying to get out.
be
more.
social.
Oh, get out more. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Coop, that
because
work.
I feel like I still got out an adequate because I feel like I still get out.
Mm-hmm. You're a social butterfly.
Yeah. Way to call me out on that. I'm looking forward to going to the Dells with my in-laws and my daughters. My daughters are looking forward to the water park. My 5-year-old, that's all she talks about. So it's awesome to see like her excitement. I hope to get her down an actual water slide this year because she should be tall enough. Outside of that, I appreciate what you said about the pace. Because as social as we are, obviously we're doing a podcast and think that you give two shits about like what I don't mind sitting at home.
Yeah.
There's a reason I built a fucking bar in my house.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
don't have to go out and experience it. There's nothing better than on a Friday, a Flex Friday, coming home and cracking a beer at 9 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning.
that's awesome.
I have no problems.
And you can't day drink if you don't start in the morning.
Right.
That's right.
Exactly.
So, to follow up,
Yeah.
as someone who's been to the Dells several times, and I am wildly attracted to the attractions, the tourist traps, if you will. As an insider,
Yep.
a Wisconsinian, a Wisconsinite,
Wisconsinite.
a Wisconsin's native.
You're going to be sorely disappointed.
What
I
is
know
your
where this is
inside
going.
scoop on Wisconsin Dells?
It's
Where
time-
should I go?
It's time with the people. We stay at the hotel and we walk
Oh,
downtown.
You're a tourist.
And we go up and down like the main drag,
Mhm.
like the old part of the Dells.
Uh-huh.
I buy a bunch of hot sauces.
Yeah,
We'll
you
buy
do the
jerky.
tourist stuff, and it actually.
But then we go back to the
warms my
hotel.
heart.
We don't go to the water parks.
It
nothing
warms
like
my heart that you're a tourist at some point because I feel like you always go places where you have like the insider knowledge.
It's a
Maybe that's not true.
I
I just perceive that.
and if you give me the option going to a theme park or going to a water park, 10 times out of 10 I'm going to choose a water park.
Really?
I-
I'm always choosing the theme park.
I'm not
Nope.
into
I love
water.
roller coasters.
Nope, water park.
I don't care
100%.
for roller coasters. either.
Really? So you're just gonna? What are you choosing? So you're choosing just to skip the day?
Yeah, I'll just stay home.
Yeah, just stay
I'll
home.
just stay home.
I'm just going to stay in my bed.
It's like you guys have fun.
I'm more keen to Six Flags than Kings Island. I'm more of a fan of
Water
Universal Studios than Universal Volcano Island or whatever it's called.
If I could make like a perfect day, a part of that hallmark is going to be like floating down the river in my hometown with a cooler, and we
Floating
just
down the river is not a water park.
it's water.
You can do the Little Miami or the Great Miami, whichever.
It's
one.
a-
Those are
It's
those
a
are-
state park.
The
those aren't-
lazy river.
Those aren't rivers. Like
Doesn't matter. You can do like so. I will say
it's not a thing here.
While you were speaking, I thought, okay, a water park will give you more of a familial comfort than
If
theme parks.
what
I think.
what I would pay
But
$100 for
the river float, that's all family.
if you had a lazy river that was like a half a mile long and I could bring in a cooler or have a drink or something like that, I would pay.
Have you not done the Little Miami little float thing? You can bring coolers all day long.
But I'm saying my hometown. That's
hometown.
that's a thing.
That's
hundreds of people a day.
Yeah.
The little Miami, there's like one or two because
there's
so
lots of people who go there. It is shallow.
It's not exactly.
But you can bring little kids, and that's what's good about it.
No, I don't. This is my day.
Oh,
so
okay. So you're talking you
Yep.
and other adults.
So I can just have
that's different.
Drink.
Yeah.
Just kick it.
No, how is it different? It's my day.
You don't
like
want to bring kids to the rapids drinking beer.
Oh, the rapids there are, and everyone's going to be laughing from back home, but like the rapids are, I'm a trained lifeguard, so I've been able to like corral stuff. I wouldn't bring them down because that's our day to like just to sit there and just talk about nothing.
I was unclear on what day you were trying to have.
It takes about 90 minutes. Now you're blending things.
No, the water park thing threw me off. I thought
that's
you were
for
going
family. That's family, and it satiates my
So the
desire.
actual lazy river thing, that's a you thing.
Oh, that's 100%.
The water parks is a family thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. Fair enough. That's fine. That makes sense.
Satisfies both.
Yeah. There's the lazy river.
I love lazy rivers.
It's not great.
I love lazy rivers.
But it's good.
Love lazy rivers. Wow.
Lazy reserves.
Lazy reserves.
Damn. I'm telling my reserve friend you said that.
Yeah, your reserve friend? Yeah. Tell me about him or her.
He a bitch.
How's he a reserve friend?
Because he's in a reserve.
Okay.
He's a friend, but he's only on reserves. If he loses a friend, he
Yeah.
pulls
So
up
your
the
friend
reserve.
that's in the reserves.
One weekend every month.
Yeah.
2 weeks every.
Oh, this is great. So what do you think I do?
I don't know.
How old are you, Steph? 24. I joined the reserves when you were 4 years old, and I'm still in. I hit my 20 years in 2 months.
You know.
Oh yeah.
Was he
He's
referring
playing.
to me, or was he referring to
No, he was
me?
making, I think, a general.
Oh, I'm not
joke.
offended, but I was like,
yeah,
let me
yeah.
tell you about my reserve friends.
Outshout Tyler.
Oh, Tyler.
That's the homie.
2
I've
outs.
got a friend.
I
You got a
have
reserve
one friend.
It was great. Did you know I was in the reserves?
I didn't know.
that makes
What
the joke
military grade is the tip to bring it full circle back to segment 1.
This is growing on me.
This is.
Oh yeah, this beer is good. The creaminess in this beer, if you transferred it to this beer, it'd be great.
Yeah.
This is a solid.
It's fruity enough.
It's exactly. This is a solid 3.75.
Which actually, it means that the creaminess
it's creamy, yeah.
in this beer comes from the lactose, which typically, and
maybe it's lactose powder.
If you're a constant Chuggalo, you know, the lactose has been overbearing lately.
Overdone.
You got.
But this one made it into cream. It wasn't sugary.
I wish. Can you take beers as instants, like, and not compare it, like, you know what I'm saying, like in the moment? There's a couple of one-offs, but like you're saying, lactose is overdone. So like you're taking.
Oh yeah, I'm taking this and saying I'm not
IPAs are
giving
overdone.
up
It's done
on.
well.
I'm not giving up on lactose. I'm not giving up on IPAs.
Okay.
I'm saying that.
How's it
There's a
overdone?
certain flavor of lactose that's over. It's too much. It's just you've put
It's too much in one
can.
beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
This did it right. It's the perfect amount of lactose.
Okay.
You have turned it from a overly sweet beer into a creamy beer, which is, I think, which really takes an intelligent brewer's touch.
Yeah. And that's the homies.
And they did it.
And they did it.
And if this is Pat, well, hopefully we'll see you soon.
Good job, buddy.
All right,
Love you.
Tyler, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna kill your ass. I'm his reserve friend. He just met me apparently.
I know there's lactose in that.
If it helps you, you're my reserve friend.
Thanks, buddy.
But I'm curious about that one.
Which one? This one?
The metal one?
I like the can art here. I wish maybe I'll leave this here and we'll do it on the next episode.
I want you to enjoy that.
I love this can art.
Is there a beer that you don't want me to enjoy because I'm gonna earmark it?
I don't
I'm
want
gonna
you to
say
enjoy
like your
that 3.9
and your pubes have been on it. I don't want you to enjoy this
Imperial
one that.
Tiki Sour. This beer's got a lot going on.
It does.
Like
Most-
this would be a good podcast.
All hoof-hearted beers got a lot going on.
And they're going to be at the Metal Beer Fest.
I literally saw them post about it on Instagram.
Wow, you did.
Hey, where's Huff Hearted from, JT?
Hoof Hearted? They're from Michigan.
Okay, so we were both wrong.
Yeah,
See, we
I-
both didn't think
way
that they
out.
were in our own backyard. Columbus.
Columbus.
Yep.
That's why I said when he.
All right.
Gave us
If
the-
you're a hoof-hearted employer or brewer, we'll come out there and make this.
They
up
got
to you.
good food.
Do that.
Yeah.
Is that better than
That's
Crooked
typically
Handle?
not the statement. You, as a Chuggalo, you should know.
Oh,
You
yeah.
That is
never
that's the
say
facts.
that brewery has good
They
food.
have good food, better beer.
Okay,
Their
that's,
beer-
that'll
so-
save it. That'll save it.
If you're gonna buy,
North
There-
High's beer spills really well.
It does spill well. That's
if
hard to say.
you're gonna buy a hoof-hearted beer in Dayton, it's gonna be $18 for a 4-pack.
Yeah, I paid that.
But I was on location last week.
Why didn't you file
I
your
can't
report?
believe that you just got this and are giving it away to us.
Yeah.
I have.
I really appreciate it.
There's more. I got more. I said.
This kind of reminds me of
I boofed the
who's
rest.
that Chicago brewer that had like all the weird art. Remember, it was like Saturday weekend something or other, and they had like a lot of like pictures like that of
I don't look-
people just like looking angry.
I throw all
You
of
don't
my,
do can art.
I don't do can art. That's your segment.
That's my segment.
But no, Hoof-Hearted's got some silly ass can art.
They have a silly name. I would love
say
to
it
talk
fa-
to
say it
somebody
real
about
fast.
that name. Yeah. Who farted?
There it is.
Right. I want to know.
Is that the joke on purpose?
That's the joke on purpose.
Yeah, that's the joke. So
Yes, sir.
when we started this podcast, it obviously had a different name, and over time I put so many hours into it. We were like, we kind of regret that name. Maybe we should change it. They've stuck with that name, and they've been successful.
Speaking of that, our previous iteration of what the BCP meant in my squadron and talking about it's an amalgamation of these two things that we're talking about. His license plate is I farted. And he was able to explain it in Wisconsin. It's Wisconsin tags because he said that the acronym, so there's no vowel. So it's I farted, no vowel.
Yeah,
that it was
FRT.
it was an Air Force thing, so it's an Air Force license plate that says I farted.
No, that's okay.
FRTD.
FRTD. What was the Air Force connection?
Because he's a navigator, and it's an Air Force license plate in Wisconsin.
Oh, he's got like the Air
Yeah,
Force logo.
so he was able to
Kids'
defend it.
parents have got those, yeah.
So, question, because you just got through it.
Lay it on me.
Uncle Mike is listening. Uncle Mike, right?
Uncle Mark.
Uncle Mark. Mike Meyer.
What else?
I just have. It was the one thing I wrote down, and we can close on this segment because you have a family member, so that makes it funny. Best, because Chuggalo Stev just got married.
Oh boy.
Best wedding gift, worst wedding gift. You just got married.
And if neither, what did Uncle Mark get you?
Yep.
But if it counts as best.
Oh
No, okay, so
Oh, touchy subject.
If it rhymes with Jammick fards that you may have gotten from somebody at this table, that's fine.
that certainly is.
It's
no,
top
certainly.
10.
Top 10, best gift, a fat pack of magic cards.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh wow, I like that
From
gift.
yours truly. No, we
Yours truly is when you say about yourself. From yours truly.
Yeah, that's you.
Well, I blew that one.
Are you
no.
Are you blowing me? Because yours truly, because that's the case. I mean, these shorts have got a drawstring.
You got range?
So, anyways, okay. So best besides the
vacuum hose.
Fagic Mards.
No, those that was it for. We had a destination thing.
So people coming, the attendance.
People coming.
Where was the destination? Can you say?
Asheville, Tennessee.
Awesome.
Or excuse me.
Phenomenal.
So we got married in on Rowan Mountain.
Yeah.
Which it was
In Tennessee.
like on the Appalachian Trail.
Because Asheville is in North Carolina.
Asheville is North Carolina.
But like Asheville was like the reception.
We haven't.
It was
had
like the
reception.
afterwards.
No. So Asheville was the
Asheville was like
closest population
It
center.
was like a pit stop, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we all stayed at our Airbnb. No cell service, no internet.
That's how it is in the
no,
Appalachians.
It was
I've never been
Fuck
there.
cell service. You'll never get it.
it was insane.
And
because
the
it was-
internet is like 1 megabit
we didn't have it.
per minute. Basically.
No TVs, no.
Yeah, it's garbage.
What?
We had a
What do you
we
do?
had a ping pong table.
You go out hiking.
Yeah.
And at night, you're
What's-
too tired to do
for
anything
8
else.
What's
months.
hiking? Is that English? Hiking?
Yeah, you gotta find the trails.
It's
and
like
you gotta
Find the
Viking.
trails. It's like Viking. So there's dudes out there, just big bearded fucking fuckers that are fucking
They'll kill you,
fuckers.
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta dodge.
And
it.
that's fun. People do this.
I do
I'm
it.
not-
I've done it once. I'm
It's
gonna
not-
do it again this summer.
Not interested. What if they have COVID?
6 feet.
Yeah,
Oh well.
their weapons are 6 feet long or longer,
Yeah.
so they can
Now,
kill
okay,
you.
now,
so
now,
they can kill you without getting COVID.
Now you're talking about like Scottish bastard swords that are 6 feet long and you spill beer on yourself, but that because it wasn't the sharpness of the sword, it was a blunt
was the
weapon.
blunt-
that-
okay,
It's just
yeah,
a-
but it was 6 feet, like actual long sword.
all of that.
Yeah, but it was like a 6 foot long blade, and it was a blunt weapon. So, anyways, we
Bless.
got into something we're not comfortable with. That's
So
great.
Vikings were swordsmen, but none of them carried hammers or anything like that.
Sure.
No, they were that. I'm saying the Scots because of this.
Oh, the
beer.
Scots.
Scots.
Talking about Vikings.
Bastards.
What are we talking
Scottish
about
bastards
even
anyway.
anymore? I thought we were talking about Tennessee.
We're just all
Friars.
over the place.
Yeah, we-
So it was
Been
beautiful.
doing it.
We saw pictures. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
No,
fantastic.
good. Yeah.
A brew crew regards.
It was
to the
windy
new
windy
Mrs.
as
Stev.
fuck.
Well, you're on the top of a fucking mountain.
Yeah,
What do
we
you
were
expect?
6,000 feet up.
You see any
It's
bears?
not a beach one.
Sorry.
Any bears?
No. I thought you said pears.
Oh, you see bears? Any bears?
I didn't see those.
You were in Paris?
just
Paris,
foggy
figure
in
skating?
mountains.
Paris, Ohio, probably, and it's probably
Oh.
pronounced something else,
Paris.
No, it's probably pronounced kumquat.
like Pars or something.
Pars.
Yeah,
Rushi.
kumquat.
Fuck your enunciation.
Ohio's weird.
Chillicothe.
Rushi. It's Bellefontaine, but it's not
Bellefontaine.
spelled there.
That's what they say.
Bellefontaine. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
it's Bellefontaine.
I don't get it.
Rip City.
Rip City. Bank 10.
Rip City.
Well, don't flex that.
Population.
I chose the wrong shirt to wear for this podcast. We got cannons, guns, and pipe cleaners. So that's what's happening.
Self roast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
no,
self-roast, yeah.
believe me. Look at it. Look at you over there.
What did he say earlier? Yours truly? That was a yours truly.
Yours
roast.
truly.
Yours truly.
Me's truly.
That's it.
That's it.
Merry Christmas.
That's episode 141. The
Merry Christmas.
decennial palindrome episode.
I don't even know what decennial means, and I'm
It's like 10.
10.
Deca 10.
Dodecahedron.
yeah.
Okay.
That's 12-sided.
Cool.
And I think the dough kind of adds to that. But this is deca. Decennial.
Where's
I
the
don't
12 come from then? Dos.
Yeah,
okay.
maybe.
Latin.
Dodeca.
Latin.
Dodeca.
Latin.
210.
That'd be 12.
12. Boom. We just fucking do Latin on this podcast now.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't know, this is a Latin podcast, but we talk about
Big
Latin
Brain
beers.
Podcast.
It's about big brains.
Chuggalo Uncle Mark or Mike, whatever one
Uncle
you are.
Mark. Uncle Mark.
Or Mike.
What
Shout
was-
out
what
Uncle
was your
Mark.
message?
Love you. Pick
You
up.
had something.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Thanks for sticking with us, and let us know if you want to have a beer. We'll have a beer.
Yeah.
Trying to have a beer.
We'll come to your brewery. Because Stev, with his pink hat, knows everyone in the brewery game.
Every single person.
Everyone. Even Sam Adams.
He's the
The man himself.
brewmaster of Brew Food. This is the Brew Food Podcast.
Jason,
Episode
love that beer.
141. Yeah, that was phenomenal.